Page 352. Last one for this lesson. You guys, welcome back. We're going to finish out the lesson. Here it goes. Question 4. A cable-stayed bridge has one or more towers erected above piers in the middle of the span. Think when you go down to Pasco, Kennewick area, and that bridge that goes over the Columbia River. In the middle of the span. From these towers, cables stretch down diagonally, right here, 1, 2, to both sides. One cable forms a 60-degree angle with the deck of the bridge and is connected to the tower 35 feet above the bridge deck. A second cable forms a 45-degree angle with the bridge and connects to the tower 12 feet above that point. But in essence, 35 plus 12, 47 feet in the air. Okay? Calculate the length of both cables and the length of the bridge spanning from the center tower out to this point and the center tower out to that point. So 4 numbers are what we're looking for. I'm going to do the small one first as a 30, 60, 90 triangle. I'm going to recognize 35 degrees is across from the 60. So 30, 60, 90. And that would be x, x root 3, and 2x if I use the previous page. It's not using the a and the root 2s or the a's and the root 3s like we did in the card, but it's using the x from the previous page 351. 35 degrees is across from 60, so it goes in the 60-degree column. 35. And then I'm going to use H and A. 30 and A are lined up because if that's the 60-degree angle of this little triangle, then this angle up here is the 30 degrees, and we always go with what's across from it. And then H for hypotenuse, H is always going to be across from the 90-degree angle. Now I'm going to solve for X. So I'm going to take this scenario, 35 equals x root 3, and I'm going to solve for x. The only thing that I have to do is divide by square root 3. Divide by square root 3. There we go. X equals 35 on top, square root 3 on the bottom. I'll accept that for an answer. And you can probably get away with that in the majority of the Mathia homeworks or the Desmos problems or the Edulastic tests. Anything they have to calculate, that's a calculation. But you might have a teacher along the way or a situation along the way where you have to rationalize the denominator. And that really just means multiply by the denominator by itself. Square root 3 times square root 3, they work together. They cancel out. They make a 3. But if you put a square root 3 on the bottom of a fraction, you have to put its equal on the top. So x is either best known, simplestly known as 35 divided by square root 3, or it's known as 35 divided by 3 times the square root of 3. Bruh. Okay, since x is that number, you can straight swap that fraction with x anywhere else, and it will work. It'll be equal. So then h in my problem would be 2 times 35 over square root 3. That's such a nicer number to use than the other fraction. Like, don't do this, but you have to know it. Okay. Multiply the top. 2 times 35 makes 70 over the square root of 3. And honestly, that's the answer. No tape measures work that way, so let's get some decimals. Hey, Siri, what's 35 divided by the square root of 3?
The answer is approximately 20.2073.
Okay. Hey, Siri, what's 70 divided by the square root of 3? Around 40.
The answer is approximately 40.4145.
All right, those are feet measurements. So we have our feet measurements for this problem. Now, that's A and H in the small triangle. Let's now do A and H for the big triangle. By the way, I'm using A intentionally and H intentionally. Get in the habit, okay? When we get to our next module, you'll be like, oh, I'm so glad that I actually understand this because LeBrant was consistent the whole time. Now, this bigger triangle is a 45, 45, 90. So we set up the 45, 45, 90 structure. I hope you're okay with me using A in different locations and H in different locations. It's like we're on a different part of the problem. 45 is across from 47 feet. So x root 2 is the structure on the note card that I'm trying to make sure I bring to this problem. Set the note card aside. 47 feet lines up with the 45-degree column because across from 45 degrees is 47. And then that means that A is across from the other 45-degree angle. So we'll put a little 45-degree up in the corner here. And then x, as in x root 2, is h. So here we go. X is 47. That means that a is 47 because they're both equivalent to x. Substitution. Since x root 2 is h, and just like the instructions on the back of this page, page 351 say, if you know the leg, you can find the hypotenuse. If x is 47, straight swap it. Substitute 47 for x. This does mean multiply. This does mean multiply. So if I want to figure out how many decimals that is, get an irrational answer, let me multiply. Hey Siri, what's 47 times the square root of 2?
The answer is approximately 66.468.
Again, in feet. The apostrophe means feet. And there you have it. We have 47 feet is how far out from the tower this cable connects to the bridge. And then the length of the cable, if you have to measure how much it's going to cost for you to purchase that much cable, and it's so many dollars per foot, then you just multiply the dollars per foot by 66.468. That's not a foot measurement. To do a foot measurement, inches measurement, I'm going to take 0.468 and multiply by 12 inches per foot. Hey Siri, what's 0.468 times 12?
0.468 times 12 is 5.616.
So about 5.5 inches. Like the 0.6 actually makes it closer to 5 5/8. So we'll say 66 feet, 5 5/8 inches. That's how long your cable needs to be in order to make it connect. Thanks for watching. Lesson 4. Oh my God, I'm happy. It's over in that I've talked about all of it. Thanks for watching all these videos and getting it all done. You're amazing. See you in the next video. Lesson 5. Let's go. Bye.